Then they look at the ISO rating of that department. And if you can get your rating down to about 5, you can save about 35% on your insurance premium. Then they look at, after they look at the ISO rating, then they look at the distance from the nearest fire hydrant. And if you're within 1,000 feet, then you get a better rating. But in the beginning, you have to be within 5 miles of a fire hydrant.
So that's what this is intended to do, is address this first item and the 5-mile distance. I hope you can see the pencil lines that I've drawn in with the irregular shapes and all. What this represents is the fire districts as outlined in the document that the county commission produced in '94, which set these district lines up. I got to get my cheaters on so I can see a little better. But anyway, there's a couple of areas that need to be addressed by the commission at this meeting, and that is between Milry and Copeland, and between St. Stephen's and Wagerville. I'll address this one first. For those of you that are familiar with the road from the Milry-Copeland Road going north past Minerva Church up to the intersection where Miss Causey's old store used to be. All right. The section line that delineates the Copeland versus Milry fire district boundary lies just west of that road. So that road, especially in that area just south of Minerva Church, is about 4 miles from the Copeland station represented here by this red dot, and it's probably about 6 miles from Milry. So that's one of those areas that would need to be changed, if you will. And what we have done at the county association and with the 2 departments that are concerned is agreed to square this off with Copeland on this northeast corner and put these 5 sections right here within the Copeland district. This will be New Bethel Church intersection. It will be just west of there, of New Bethel Church, and it's right at 5 miles each way from Copeland and from Milry to New Bethel Church. Any questions about that one? Okay, the other one is the south end of Wagerville district in this creek swampy area here. There's a dirt road that runs south and dead ends in there on that creek. There's several structures, house trailers, whatever, in this area. And what I'm told by by St. Stephen's personnel is that it's closer and quicker for them to come from St. Stephen's straight down this County Road 37 and get down this dirt road to this area than it is to come from Wagerville all the way up the highway to the Mobile Cutoff Road. No, you don't go that far up. But anyway, you come in here on whatever this county road is and look back around. It's they're saying it's a little closer road mile wise for them than it is from down here. This one section change right here to go into St. Stephen's district and away from Wagerville.
But it results in Wagerville has to go north and do official through St. Stephen's district and come back down to get to there.
Do y'all know which road that is?
Well, it's on the map. It's an extension of 37, comes by Cedar Curve Church, tees into an intersection.
It goes in there toward the Vegas of Kent.
When you come out of the Mobile Cutoff and you go to your shape, keep straight.
Let me just hand you the map. That's your district. You're more familiar with it than I am.
Then that road right across the bridge, No, it's off from Mobile Cutoff.
From St. Stephen's down. Cedar Curve Church,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
come back, and it's some area right down in here at the end of this dirt road.
That's sand.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, it's just this one section, whatever this section is.
No
It's
power.
actually, as you turn off, the paved road down into there, so you turn off on the sand, road off. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Those were the two areas, with the 4 fire departments involved, the 4 fire districts that need to be addressed at this time.
Stanley, was anything mentioned about the bridge at Deer Park down there?
The bridge, yeah, where the Epworth Road runs out into Highway 45.
No, you're talking about across the creek.
Where your fire department is, firehouse is there at Deer Park, it takes care of the Shiloh Road and all that back west of the river there. And,
West.
Yes, that away.
Uh-huh.
All those bridges are posted in there.
Oh, you talking about as far as weight?
Wait, yes.
No, that wasn't a discussion at all. That's not going to affect the department that responds. Mutual aid agreements are supposed to be in place for any department anyway, Hilton, as far as responding. But this map would go to ISO, and they would just amend their administrative rating of the fire district for the people that live within that. So when the people go to their agent to buy insurance, it shows up on their rating map that they're within that particular district. I thought you was talking about this road from Epworth that comes out to Highway 45. Deer Park folks are saying that there's one section right there. Yeah, they're saying that this
If
one
we give up-
section right here is closer to Deer Park than it is to Epworth, but they couldn't come to an agreement on what to do about it.
The fire service agreed not to rearrange all of that because we hope one day to get it back. Like Stan says, the mutual aid agreements, if we gave away everything, we'd have to give Stan all the Barlow because that Taylor Creek Bridge is posted up back. But, all we gotta do is call them and they can cut through that dirt road and termite will get it fixed.
Oh, that's on the tip top.
And come through that to help us,
Well, I'd just like to say one thing, Friday night, Friday afternoon, the fire department, Stanley, they done great to save probably somebody's life on Highway 45. Bridge down there.
Well, we're
We're
glad to hear
happy
that.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
What we
really
done
know
now?
about the
I just heard,
Back in, I guess May, when we had that 13-inch rain down there, the head walls, back of the head wall that washed out, you could put a car in the northbound lane. It's been that way since,
it just fell in,
well, it almost fell in, yes. Nobody didn't go in it, but
What you got between Waverville and McIntosh, are those people right in the middle covered, coming down
Waverville,
43
Waverville.
and McIntosh?
All right, the district
5
line
miles
is on this township range line right here, which is, let's see there, Deerhead. It goes up about one section north of Deerhead, about 1 mile north of Deerhead. But from McIntosh, if you count the section lines, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 5 miles
That's what I was thinking, it's gonna be.
right there at Waverville
the area
Church.
between there is not gonna be covered under the 5 miles.
Right, there's in other words, McIntosh district line is 1 mile north of